Hello there everyone, this is Cyan Mark III and welcome back to the Ashes of the Empire campaign in From the Depths. And welcome to yet another defensive battle. I'm just showcasing this one for two reasons. First off, it's actually the smallest I've seen in a fair while, just a beholder and a chaos, though in themselves they are actually kind of nasty things to be coming across. And also because this is another case of not enough time to do my usual proper length recording. So, this video might be slightly short compared to how this series normally is, and I apologise for that. Heading up our defence, of course, is the Scarab Force, with the ASB taking the lead, backed up by the two Scorpions. And then comes the Scarab M, the Scarab R, and the plain old Scarab MBTs. Wait, are those Scarab MBT 1s? I thought I upgraded those things. Okay, never mind. Let us begin as soon as I teleport to the ASB. Another reason that I'm playing this thing now in this area is because I've actually, between this episode and the last one, I've gone and rebuilt all of the stuff. Yep, ASB's up first. And it's charging straight in. Of course it is. Where's the ASB? There's the ASB.
Yes. Weapons only.
Whoops, nope, didn't mean to do that.
Resuming control.
Yep, let you have free reign, ASB. You're not doing too bad, all things considered. Though maybe I should actually take manual control of this thing just to see how well it does. Because for some reason the main cannons aren't actually firing when they could be right about now. Wait, why aren't you firing? Why is this thing moving oddly? Oh, it's catching on some pieces of itself. Okay, fine, sure. Anyway, moving on. Between the two episodes, I've actually built the spire network out between my main base and the southern base. So that's the thing. Oops, incoming shells. Missed me completely. I can see my Scorpions just taking shots at them right now, so that's good. I've also I've relocated that fabricator I built, so that's down here as well, and I've rebuilt the scuttlebug, so supplies are now fully in swing. And this area is harvesting resources once more. It is time to protect it. Unfortunately, this attack came out. Well, that is fair. The control cockpit of the ASB is actually very prominently located on the front of the vehicle, and it's incredibly vulnerable. So, I'm not entirely surprised that happened, to be honest. Though I'm still not entirely sure why the main cannon isn't active. It should be at this kind of range. Is it just flat out not working properly? ASB, your AIs are both on. Yeah, so it should be... It should be making use of those main cannons. Oh, there one goes. Okay, yeah, this prototype definitely needs more work. But yeah, I've got the fabricators down here. My next goal is actually to build turrets to protect this sector. Though I'm wondering if I'll have time with this particular episode and how I'm going to have to do it. ESB is taking some serious EMP damage. Its missiles are not firing for some reason either. You, sir, are a very, very flawed prototype, aren't you? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Who's a good boy? At this rate, I might have to step... Oh, jeez. It's a wide one as well. Oops. There goes something. Was that a Gravram round, or was that... Yeah, I think that was actually a Gravram round. And now that its unshielded belly is exposed, it's taking a lot of damage. Okay, I'm going to have to step in and try and do something about this. Come on, give me control of your weapon systems, if you please. You know you've got an active cannon. Use it. Come on, fire, please. Yeah, see, you've got missiles in your tube. Why weren't you using those? That is a lot of countermeasures. Oh, wow. And the main cannon is... Oh. Oh dear. The main cannon is actually dead. That's why it can't actually fire. That's not good. That is not good at all. And that is another design flaw. I think the main cannon on this thing actually died because of the EMP shells that hit it in the underside. They burned out the control systems on the turrets, and apparently the turret block as well. So that ASB is a shadow of its former self. Wow. Sorry about this, but I'm actually going to have to go in and finish this by hand. Because the enemy's got stuck anyway, so I might as well. Anyway, moving on. Something else that I'm planning to do this week besides the tournament, which is coming, by the way. It's just that there's been a bunch of recording glitches and things which has stopped me from actually properly doing it. Yeah, tournament is coming this week. Return of the... Where was it? It was here, wasn't it? Return of the actual survival series this week as well. Sorry, I shouldn't be talking over the minigun, should I? I wish there was a better, more effective way to do that. Okay, that's you down. Now that just leaves your main AI back here. Anyway, before I go on, tournament's coming this week because of recording bugs. That's why that's not turned up yet. Survival series coming back this week. I set myself a deadline. It's definitely going to come this week. What was that? So that's going to come back, and I'm scrambling to make sure that the new craft is actually ready for it. That's been the big hold up. I've just not been able to focus enough to actually work on that too much because of all the pain and such, and I'm sorry to fall back on that again, but that's kind of the story of my life these days. Pain. Lots of pain. There we go. Okay, you are mine. Time to get out of here. But yeah, those two series are coming back, but moving on to this episode, if I get time, I'm going to work on a turret. And yep, there's the... Oh, jeez. I don't want to get touched by that, thank you very much. Ouch. And you, I presume, are the... You, I presume, are the Chaos, are you not? Ow. Oh dear. But yeah, if I can and get time, I'll build a turret. But to start out with, I'm actually going to... Oh, I forgot how awesome these things look. Oh, yeah. If I can, I'm going to build a turret, but if I can't, I'm at least going to build my rammer in this episode. And I'm not going for a big, burly thing either. Oh no, I'm planning to go for a, actually a really small swarm-style rammer. Which is a bit of an oddity, I know, but you know. Yeah, I really need better ways to get into these. Oh no, it's this one. This is going to take a while. So yeah, be right back as soon as I crack this flipping shell open. What just happened? The heck just... What? Okay, that was... Last time I fought one of these things, I cracked through it using a minigun to punch through the heavy armour by a block. This time I lobbed a grenade at it right there and it insta-killed the AI, I think. No other damage, yeah. Okay, a simple grenade to it right there kills the AI. Huh. That is a very serious design flaw, actually. I can't believe that just happened. Okay, anyway, moving on. Pull everything back out of play, thank you. So I can all get back into position.
Yes.
I might as well just leave these two here.
On my way. On my way. On my way.
Yeah, just get over there, please. The Beholder was actually pretty slow. I thought it was faster than that. But yeah, that wasn't too bad, I suppose.
Yes.
Silly ASB, 55% damage. At least there's the fabricator nearby to actually let that get rebuilt. Okay, moving on. Oops. Stop bouncing around, please. Thank you. So, first project. Building a new ramming vehicle. This is going to be a fast, small, cheap vehicle. At least that's how I envision it. So it's going to be jet powered, it's going to be stable, relatively. It's not going to work too well on hills, I don't think. So let's go ahead and get this thing built up. And of course, metal blocks for the base components. How long should this thing even be? It doesn't need much. Let's build the front of it. Miscellaneous. No, that's not it. Where are the spikes? I'm sorry, I never use spikes, so I keep losing track of where it is. Here we go, rams. Metal beam 3, like that. Sure. No, that's in the wrong place, actually. Because I'm trying to build a mounting for a double layer of rams at the front. Yeah, that looks okay, I guess. Actually, in the interest of cheapness, I should actually do it this way, shouldn't I? Yep, you heard me right there. I am Mark III. I build extremely cheap vehicles, though not in the cheesy way. Like, you know, oh, I'm going to build this really glitch thing and it's going to be awesome, and no. I try not to use glitches too much, to be quite honest. Actually, to keep with my style choice, I should actually build this out of light alloy for the outer layer. So I should do that. Yeah. Okay. This will reduce its protection slightly against physical attacks, but it goes with the style choice I'm starting to make with these designs. So I guess that makes it okay, sort of. I'm also going to include a wooden beam layer underneath here as a temporary measure, just to help me build this thing. Yeah, I think that's long enough. I don't want it any longer than that. Okay. Actually, make it one longer. A little bit longer for a little bit more stability. Then I'm going to have to include some steering jets here, I think. Only beam 3. Will that be enough? No, it needs a 5. Okay. Beam 2. Yeah. Okay. Wait, what am I doing? It's going to be there. I need beam 3 regardless. Right. Air. Jet engines. Huge jet. Steering thruster. And a big puff of flame out the side of the craft. Sure, let's go with that. And then for propulsion, it's going to be a treble jet at the back. So let's go ahead and build up with some light alloy blocks here. Again, a beam. It's going to be there. Wait, what? There's another army coming in? Yeah, show me. What's going on? Oh, they snuck up on me so badly. Slayer and a bunch of Ravager. Again, that's a relatively light one, actually, I think. Okay.
Yes.
Scarab MBT Force. Teleport to the ASB again, because that is still very much a prototype. By the way, I'm going to be calling the finished version of the ASB the Mantis, just so you know. That was actually a comment that I confess I had missed. I've missed very, very badly. Back when I was asking for names for the prototype a couple of episodes ago. And it was a case of the name suggestion being attached to the very end of a very long comment. And so I missed it completely. Okay, let's see. How's this fight going? Yep, lots and lots of incoming shells, of course. Doing okay. The primary cannon isn't... What the heck's wrong with the primary cannon? I really don't know why it's not firing. Though then again, this is a force that uses grav-ram rounds, isn't it? So, I better take some manual control here and turn a bit better to avoid the hits. Oh yeah, enough shots pierced through to actually kill me. That sucks. What was I saying? Oh, stupid forgetfulness. What was I saying? What was I saying? Oh yeah, Mantis. Right. I'm sorry. My memory really has gone to pot these days. At least the enemies are taking some damage though, that's good. The Mantis is what I'm going to call it, because I actually like that name better than the ASB. It's just I didn't realise that was an option, so this is definitely the ASB prototype still. And my Scorpions are doing major damage here. And I'm... Hey, they picked me off. That wasn't fair. That wasn't fair at all. I'm going to spawn at the Scorpion. But I didn't know that the Mantis was actually one of the suggestions, so I missed it. Because it was buried deep in a very long comment. As tends to happen sometimes when I start responding to people. It's like, hey, let's talk about anything and everything. And I'm actually quite happy to do that. But... naming suggestions and things, I would actually suggest you put those at the front of a comment if you're going to make them. Because otherwise I might miss them amidst the rest of whatever else we're talking about at the time. Okay, that guy's dead, that's fine. I'm not going to have to get involved in this personally, and that is great. Very good. Yep, here comes some more stuff. So yeah, the finished version of the ASB is going to be called the Mantis. There was something else I was going to say. What was I going to... Damn it. I'm getting distracted and losing track and... What was it? Watch where you're firing those things, mister. Oh yeah, right. Something else I want to do this week, actually. That I've been mentioning a couple of times. That was a really close missile. Something else that I've mentioned a couple of times, actually, is... that I want to redo the steam power plants on some of my Scarab grade vehicles and things like that, and do some general refitting of my older designs because they aren't quite as effective as they need to be. And you wouldn't think that looking at the Scorpions and what they're doing right now, but there is actually a slight confession here. It's something that I've learned a bit more recently about lasers. So this one refers especially to the Scorpions, and that is the fact that these things are not actually doing full damage to the Slayer vehicles which we've been fighting, and that's why they've been seeming a bit underpowered, unless they find a good spot to hit and start chewing through like an unprotected rear section or something like that. And the way it works is this. A laser, to deal full damage, well, there goes the M-type, a laser to deal full damage needs piercing equal to or greater than the armor value of what it is hitting. These lasers have something like a piercing of 4 or 5. So yeah, I think you see where I'm going with this. Alloy armor has an armor rating of 7. So as a result, my pulses have been tuned to deal enough damage to deal with, say, a small metal block in one hit. That's what I've modified them to do. Who are you going after? The R-type?
Yes.
Ooh, sure, let's go ahead and have a look at this then. The R-type is retreating as fast as it can. Yeah, I did tell it to try and keep its distance, to be fair. So yeah, the lasers were designed to do enough raw damage to take out a metal block, but to do that, it turns out they need a piercing value of 10 to actually get past the block's resistance. Otherwise, they'd be doing... even at 5, it's like minus 70% damage or something like that, so it's not great. And that's why even against alloy armor, they're not hitting as well as I ever expected them to. And that's why the Scorpion has always been slightly lackluster in general, in terms of just raw combat ability. Though, as you can see, it shredded off the engines really easily, because that's a low armor component, but then dealing with these blocks, it's taking a while. So yeah, little things like that. And now it's shooting one of my allies. Good for you, Scorpions, good for you. Yeah, that is actually an original model. Scarab MBT, not a Model 2. Now, that said, even the original model absorbs missiles like that with no problem. It's got thick armour, so explosions don't do much to it. But yeah, I need to upgrade the Scorpions with better piercing on their lasers. So that's the thing. I don't think I can get away with stripping out their steam engines, though. So they might be retaining those. They have steam engines that kick in a little bit after the fight starts. Yep, there goes its ammo. These guys, though, I think I might be converting them back to fuel engines because they have a really small steam engine which burns a lot of resources for how much power it produces. Well, I should say a steam turbine electric engine, actually. But high efficiency fuel engines and refineries is actually more material effective. But I don't know about that. And then of course there's the ASB, which needs a complete rebuild from the ground up. I'm going to keep the weapon systems in it, but I'm going to be making it decidedly less vulnerable, less bulky in general, better protected, and it's probably going to wind up being a bit cheaper as well, actually. I think... Oh, yep. That one got hit in a nasty area, so it's just lost some fuel and stuff. And that, yeah, you see that? That laser just knocked off one of the large engines with a single hit. So if I increase the piercing, the Scorpions will just be a better weapon in general. Increasing to 7 is probably a good idea, but I think I'm going to increase to 10, but that means I'm going to have to bulge out the front a bit to house the longer laser system. But yeah, this thing's just being picked apart now. Be glad, rejoice. This is a victory where I didn't actually have to get involved personally. My tanks did it without my assistance. And that is closer to how it should be, I think. So, huzzah, I win. The ASB actually got demolished this time around. But it's a great bullet magnet, I must admit. All the enemy early attacks were going straight for the ASB. And that's part of the reason why I got killed so fast, but it also means that, you know, the ASB is doing a wonderful job as a decoy. And sadly, because of those two fights, I'm actually not able to get around to what I was doing, which was, you know, actually building this new vehicle wherever it's gone to. There it is. Yeah. I'm not going to get time to finish this now because I literally have to pack up and set this rendering and then go to work. So, another day hobbling and limping. This is going to be great. I'm going to have to call it there, as I said. So, yeah, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this combat and theory heavy episode. I wish I could say building heavy, but it's not because there was no building at all, really. I don't count this small progress as building. But you can see what I'm starting to do with this as a actual ramming type vehicle. Let's actually whack an engine on the back here very quickly. And there we go. I'm going to have 2 more on the back, and then it's just going to be wheels underneath. But I'll get more into the theory behind this thing next time. So, yeah. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys later.